Hey folks, I just wanted to make a real quick video about social work in the 1960s. This was a really interesting period because you have people that are voting and people that are running for office that have lived a variety of lives economically. We got to think about the people who are a little older and our leaders right now are people who were born and remember the Great Depression of the 1930s. They certainly remember the sacrifices of World War II in the 1940s. They also are very familiar with the prosperity of the 1950s, whereas a lot of the people that are voting may have only grew up in the 40s and 50s, so they know more of the 40s where jobs were plentiful because we were in the middle of a war, and unfortunately we were at a population was a little bit smaller because so many people died during the war. And they also remember the 1950s, which was great prosperity, and we typically think of that as a very good time in American history economically. Now, the reason this is important is because you have a lot of folks that were very ambitious with their programs. We think about the Great Society, and the goals of that were astronomically high. You also have a lot of younger people that, whenever I say younger, I mean in their 20s and 30s and 40s, that mostly remember good times economically. And when you remember good times and you're used to there being jobs and everything like that, it's a little easier to be very punitive when you can see a lot of jobs around and then people complain about not being able to find work. It's easy to sort of blame them. And so because of that, you see a lot of dichotomy in American politics and our program building and things like that of this time. That is certainly something to keep in mind whenever you're reading this, is what was this time period like historically, and for the people that are living in this time period in the 1960s, what all had they seen in their lives? Because that's vitally important. I really like the reflection activity that's in this module, so I hope that you'll put some time and effort into it. And if you have any questions about the material, please do let me know.